So we're back, now we're going to talk about collecting data. Okay, so before we start talking about data, we're gonna keep going, keep talking about data for a long, long period of time, and hope you love data as I do. So collecting data, and as you can see, right by this image, it's a fun thing to do. Collecting data needs to be have a lot of planning, right? So sometimes you're gonna, encounter projects and try to improve something or find out what's going on, and the data is already there. Great, you can take it and start using it. But a lot of times in a lot of capstone projects, the data is not there, right? So what you need to do is actually collect the data, right? So let's say we want to know how much time it takes to make a sandwich in Subway, right, or a hamburger in McDonald's, right? How we're gonna do that, right? How to collect that information. So you can ask a bunch of questions, right? Or you can conduct a survey instead of the example of McDonald's is more like a data collection of a process, but sometimes you have to have surveys where you have to send, and we did that with many different projects. Recently, we did that with the Electrolux capstone project. When we were looking at what are the criteria that and things that students like you guys look for when they are searching for jobs, right? And the improvement that we did was in the process of hiring students out of college. So we want to know what the students were looking for. So we had a survey and we had like 250 answers, and we had to create a questionnaire. So that's kind of a different type of data, but also a different way to collect it, but also a way to collect data, right? So you can ask a bunch of things, but more things you ask, more time it will take. It will require some teamwork there, and it could be very long. So this acronym here, it's good to understand how to collect and how to show and how to use data. Okay, it's called PGA. There's nothing to do with golf, and I know you guys love golf here in U.S. and but yeah, I don't understand anything about golf. But I was told that PGA is something related to golf. That's what I know. And then it means practical, graphical, and analytical, right? And we have this and joke that I put here. I can give you 93.4% assurance that there is less than 65.6% possibility that the exercise will simply generate 34.8 more meaningless statistics, right? So there's a lot of non-practical in this statement, and that's you need to think about, right? And sometimes people get, oh, how many decimal points should I use? 4, 5? You know, think about the practical use of what you're doing, right? What is that? What is makes sense? Why I'm doing that, right? And then try to represent it graphically. Find ways to show and to transmit the message graphically and quickly and impactfully, right? So that's the power of graphs and kind of all these nice tools and beautiful charts that you have to learn how to do it in college, because then you can show the message and have a big impact. Remember, managers don't have much time, don't have much patience. You're going to be a junior, you're just starting to work and starting to get some experience. They're going to give you a very short span time that you for you to explain, and if you start rumbling, you're showing things that are not important, then they're not going to see value. So the graphical is a way to have a very impactful, strong impact, right? I lost in the middle of the sentence there. And analytical means, we can use the analytical tools that we have and the statistical tools and significance and really test and really say, statistically speaking, this impact in this is, higher than this or lower than this, and we're going to learn that. So PGA is very important as a practical way to understand how to collect, show data, and to present your results. Okay, and we're going to talk more about that. And analytical is talking about how valid it is, right? So one way to collect data is using check sheets. I'm going to put that into our next video. This is too long.